Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the comments. Let's get straight into it. Freedy says that can you do a TA on PCGS? I don't see anything on PCGS. PCGS doesn't exist on TradingView. Positive Trading Official. Sweet. Single digits for a total of 500 million. Good luck to you. Luke says, Skinny Moon Hunter. Hey, yes, sir. I'm following you since the early days. Hey, welcome back. Can you give us a health update? You have been very ill. Hey, I'm okay now. I'm very healthy now. How did this period affect you, and what do you gain from this experience? All the best, my friend. Very good question. I'm going to be answering this. So, if you didn't know, 2 years ago in 2022, I got diagnosed with cancer, and it was a pretty shitty period, I would say. You would not know the expression when somebody says that you're in a tunnel, right? Or you feel like you're drowning, you're in a dark tunnel and you can't see the exit. Or if you're drowning, it's like you're under the pool and it's like going through hell, I would say. So how did this period affect me? So that's why I took a break from YouTube for 6 months, but I was still active privately in Patreon. And we made some killer trades during that period as well. Anyway, so what did I gain from this experience? Okay, so I learned from this experience to not blindly listen to talking heads. What I mean by that is, okay, let me rewind a little bit. Before 2022, right? 7 years before 2022, I came across this particular diet called the carnivore or keto diet, where you eat a very meat-heavy diet and you just don't eat carbs, right? And it was propagated by people like Jordan Peterson, his daughter Michaela, and also Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan says he eats meat as well. And also recently I saw Elon Musk saying things about eating meat. But anyway, I was like listening to a podcast that he did. Okay, Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan. He went on Joe Rogan many times before, right? 9 months. Okay, it's many years ago, right? He had a talk and he mentioned about his diet. He said he got into trouble with his health, and for some reason he started eating meat, and it cured him. And I was like, really? So yeah, so I went on a diet. Sure, you lose weight. Sure, you might feel like things are improving for you health wise, but what you might not realize is that behind eating a meat heavy diet is systemic inflammation. There's inflammation happening, but you just don't see it, you see. So yeah, I did for 7 years, and then 2022 I got into trouble, and once I got diagnosed, right, I went into a very deep dive for to find out why this happened. The information was already there, and I found the answer. And the answer is actually a whole food plant-based diet, which is a total 180 to a carnivore diet. Carnivore is very meat heavy, and a whole food plant-based diet is a very vegetable, vegetarian, plants, seeds, nuts, legumes, whole grains, fruits, very plant-heavy diet, which is actually very good for you. Then I realized that, okay, there is this matrix that we are in. And once you see it for what it is, you see the truth, right? You remove yourself from the matrix. It literally is the matrix, because everybody around me, there's absolutely zero people around me that is on a whole food plant-based. Okay, there is my mother. My mother just got into a whole food plant-based diet because she got into trouble as well, on a different thing, right? Anyway, the point is, whole food plant-based diet is the best, absolute best diet for you. It's so good that it not only prevents cancer, stroke, cardiovascular disease, diabetes. It's been proven. I hasn't seen it were proven. There are many studies that have already shown the health benefits of a whole food plant-based diet. Right? If you really do a deep dive, you will find the answer to all your health problems. and he's on a whole food plant-based diet. So of course, when I did a deep dive, right, the first person that I came across is this guy called Chris beat cancer, right? Because this guy, he beat his cancer without doing chemotherapy and without doing radiotherapy. So I'm like, oh, what was it that he do? So he went on a whole food plant-based diet, right? He ate a very fresh vegetables, fresh fruits diet, right? He did juicing carrots. He ate a lot of carrots, and yeah, and he started this site called the Chris Beat Cancer site, and you can see him interview a lot of doctors, right, and also a lot of cancer survivors, people who got into trouble and they managed to stay cancer free for many, many years, 20 years. And Mike Freeman is another, I would call as a role model of mine. Mike Freeman got cancer, I think stage 3 or stage 4 cancer, when he was in his 60s. Now, Mike Freeman is 100 years old. He's 40 years cancer free. Why? Because he went on a whole food plant-based diet. And he did not do chemotherapy. He did not do radiotherapy. He just went on this whole food plant-based diet. And he disappeared. The metastasis of the cancer disappeared for him. And yeah, you can find him on YouTube now. His youtube.com. You can find him. And yeah, I mean, you know, I went through all of the survivor stories, all of the people that Chris Beat Cancer interviewed. And everyone had one common theme. Some people, they did like some special diet, or they do, I don't know, some Reiki, or they do vitamin C injections. But everybody has one common theme, which is they go on a whole food plant-based diet, right? So let's say you go Mike Freeman, you'll find plenty of his videos on YouTube, right? Okay, this is a very good one by Rich Roll, right? You should watch this. Everybody should watch this. 40 years cancer-free. There's another person who is 40 years cancer-free. Her name is Ruth Heydrich, right? Ruth Heydrich. Ruth Heydrich got cancer, got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, breast cancer, when she was 40 years old. Now she's almost 90, 40 years cancer-free. And again, the common theme is a lot of the cancer survivors went on a whole food plant-based diet, which means zero meat, absolutely zero meat, zero dairy, zero milk, cheese, eggs, everything zero, just whole food plant-based, 100% whole food plant-based. And yeah, it reversed their cancer. So I'm like, what? Okay, there's something that is unheard of. I've never heard of this, right? And yeah, and when I went into the deep dive, right, I found out that carnivore diets and keto diets are very bad for you. Let's say, for example, you do carnivore diet mortality. Just Google this, carnivore diet mortality. You die young. If you eat a lot of meat, you will more likely than not die young. So I can go through all of the studies and you will see all the evidence pointing towards meat being very bad for your health. So when I see people trying to push the carnivore diet or keto diet, I'm like, bro, you're misinformed. Or if you already know and if you're saying it, then you're either evil or you're either ignorant. Either one of these two. So yeah, but the point is that you will die, man. You get cancer, you get cardiovascular disease, and you will die young, right? And yeah, and so even if you get into trouble, right, it's still not too late. Going on a whole food plant-based diet is there's a chance that you might reverse whatever it is. I say, for example, something simple like you have gastritis or irritable bowel syndrome, or you have constipation. I promise you, if you could just cut out meat, right, zero animal protein, and you eat only plants, you see improvements. Or if you have high cholesterol, right, and you're taking medication, go on a whole food plant-based diet. You will see a significant difference. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to believe me, right? You can do a blood test before you start, so you got a baseline, and then maybe like 1 month or 2 months later, you do another blood test, and you see all your levels will go back to normal, especially cholesterol. Even your blood pressure as well will be almost pristine. You will go back to a very optimum range, right? 115 to I don't know, 85, I think. That's the absolute nice level. So yeah, even if you have, let's say, obesity, right? You're struggling with weight. I promise you, whole food plant-based diet is the way to go. So yeah, you can find more information about it. There's this guy called Michael Greger, right? Michael Greger of Nutrition Facts, right? He has this website called Nutrition Facts. So you can find anything that you want, and he's very fact-based. He's a very fact-based doctor, and let's say you have I don't know, stroke, right? You know, somebody who had stroke, somebody got into trouble for stroke, and you just search for stroke, and you will see all the the video on strokes, everything on stroke. Or if you have, let's say, I don't know, CVD, right? CVD. I'm not so sure if CVD is okay. Heart. Okay, just put heart. You probably would have strokes, heart attacks, heart disease, how to reverse heart failure. You can actually reverse heart failure. Blows your mind. A whole food plant-based diet does that. So I'm like, oh, why nobody? I mean, why have I never heard of this? I have to do a deep dive before I can come across it. It's like, for example, trading as well, right? 90% of traders just don't make money, right? There's a secret to it. I mean, if you dive deep enough, you'll find out the secret. Same thing as well for diet, health. So yeah, you can check it out. There's also another Michael Greger. Everybody should watch this as well. Michael Greger, How Not to Die. Yeah, he did this talk on Google. Okay, this is the one, reversing our top 15 killers. Everybody should watch this. Everybody should watch this. Everybody should watch this. So yeah, it's all fact based. Yes, citations. He has citations, so everything that he claims. So yeah, so carnivore diet is bad for you. Go on a whole food plant-based diet. If you have any health problems right now, you will see it potentially magically disappear. Of course, not for everything, right? If it's something structural, right? If let's say you have scoliosis, right? Scoliosis. This is scoliosis, right? Structural, something structural. Is the whole food plant-based diet is not going to straighten your bones, you see. But metabolically, like stroke, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, right? Even diabetes has been proven to be truly reversible. But anyway, yeah, so things that are structural, you can't. But diseases and disorders, yeah. It's the one that's caused by diet. So the moment you remove meat, you will see magic happen. So that was what I learned. How long did it take? Oh my god, 12 minutes. So yeah, so that's what I gained from my experience. You can do a deeper research yourself if you want to. Oh yeah, there's also another thing. Sometimes you might not realize what it means to be on a whole food plant-based diet, right? You might think that it's just vegan. No, vegan, you can be unhealthy as well. Let's say, for example, if you drink Coke every day and you eat French fries, you still get into trouble because it's oily and it's sugary. So whole food plant-based means the whole food by itself, unprocessed. Minimally processed like tofu is also good, but the main meal, okay, let's say, look, for example, right, whole food plant-based, a full food plant-based diet, okay, will look like this. So this is something which I normally would eat for lunch or dinner, right? It looks something like this. Whole foods, avocados, this probably hummus, broccoli, carrots, yeah, chickpeas. Yeah, this is whole food plant-based. Whole food plant-based diet, yes, and it also has to be like this, right? Okay, noodles is not exactly whole food. Draw. I think it's auto draw. Yeah, so a whole food plant-based diet is, this is what my plate normally looks like, right? Half of it has to be vegetables, and quarter of it should be legumes, beans, and the other quarter should be whole grains. That's it. This is a balanced meal, right? And of course, you need nuts and seeds. There's also another thing by Michael Greger. Michael Greger has this thing called the Michael Greger Daily Dozen, right? For you to start off with, there's this app that you can download from Google Play or Apple. You can get it, right? Daily Dozen, and yeah, there's these food groups that you can check off, once you have gone through it, beans, berries, fruits, cruciferous vegetables, leafy greens, yeah, root vegetables, flaxseed is important because it has omega-6, nuts, grains, spices, exercise, berries, yeah, it's, check it out, check it out. So, yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, I'm going very, very, very off tangent here. But if anyone that's watching this, right, if let's say there's 100 people that watches this, right, even if there's 1 or 2 people that follows this, hey, I save a life, right? So yeah, thanks for asking, man. This is gold. Okay, where is this? Okay, it's 15 minutes. So yeah, so today will be a a health type of a response. I actually thought of doing the top 50, but yeah, it's really 15 minutes. So okay, maybe I should just run through it. I'm gonna run through it. Filecoin all the way down to Maker. Let's go. Filecoin. Still doesn't look good. We still have our $2 target. I'm still expecting it to hit. Sui. This is Sui for you. Sui has hit the skinny pink line. We're already under it. So we're in a full-blown bearish trend. I'm not too sure whether if this is going to break back up or we're gonna come back down, right? This whole thing could become a big descending triangle as well for Sui. Next would be Immutable X. Immutable X is under the skinny pink line. Hey, we hit targets. Oh, what's next after this? Not too sure. Not too sure. Right. Could we still head lower? Yeah. But I suspect we'll be potentially heading back towards the skinny pink line a little bit first before heading lower. So yeah, but it's just nothing much at the moment. From a bigger perspective, high time frame perspective, render we've also hit targets. We had a target over here. Now we're rallying back towards the skinny pink line. The skinny pink line, in my opinion, will probably act as a resistance, and then render continues to head lower because I feel like this is already a mountain completion. We're probably gonna get a mountain 2 and a mountain 3, and potentially drop even lower. Right? I mean, of course, if we break above the skinny pink line, sure, we'll continue with the bullish moves, but as it stands, nope. H bar under the skinny pink line. We still have a 3.9 cents target. We're still expecting it to hit. Ooh, RV. Okay, so looking at RV, I'm not too sure though. We're kind of marking around the skinny pink line. Could we hit a little bit higher? Sure. How much higher? I suspect we'll clear these highs. Right, we might stop at around somewhere above 300. Right, after clearing out these clusters of buys. That's my guess for RV. Injective against USD. Almost at target. Not yet, but almost at. Right. Again, I also think that this whole thing is a complete mountain 1. We're coming out for a mountain number 2. So there could still be a little bit more upside. And after that, things will slow down and potentially reverse back down. So yeah, I don't have a good feeling about injective. So be careful about rushing to a trade too soon for injective. Mental against USD. Here we are for mental. Under the skinny pink line. Nothing much. No signal or anything. Maker. Okay, you're broke. MKR, USDT. Anything for Maker? Under the skinny pink line. We're about to start the bearish trend down. In my opinion. Right. We're going close to it though. So I suspect this whole thing is a rising channel. I think we're heading lower. Doesn't look good to me, so stay safe. Alright, boys and girls, I guess that's it for today's comments reply and top 50. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-da!